All-American center, snaps it back. Bauserman has time, launches one down the field, looking for Philly Brown, and a pass intercepted, picked off by Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Off the fake into the end zone. Picked off again. Huskers bringing a blitz. It's picked up nicely by Minnesota. Loose ball, it is intercepted. Jean-Baptiste got a chance for a touchdown. He's in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Snap back to Smith. Fakes a handoff, rolls the pocket to the far side, being chased. Sets, throws downfield, looking toward the end zone. The passes intercepted. Stanley Jean-Baptiste with the pick at the goal line. He's at a 10, 15, 20. Stanley to the 30, 35, 40.
It's going to start through the air.
It sure is, and it starts with Todd Monken in his mind. Here we go.
Stanley Jean-Baptiste with the pick and the 6th touchdown, Huskers.
Yeah, it's early in the game here. Bridford just eyes him down the whole time, and Jean-Baptiste just steps in front of it. He saw the quarterback's eyes.
With Nevada going for 156.
3rd and 2. Hundley throws, intercepted. Intended for Evans, picked off by Stanley Jean-Baptiste. All the way back inside the 30-yard line.
We talk about communication. The communication between a receiver and a quarterback. You have to be on the same page. Gregory has made his presence known. He might have tipped that ball, but I think what happened was Hundley's going to throw the back shoulder. And number 1, Evans didn't come back for the football.
Gandy splits out wide, empty backfield. Sumner looking underneath, and he has that one picked off. Stanley Jean-Baptiste has his 4th interception of the season. Takes it back 15 yards.
I think this is a great job of watching the film, seeing what this team does when they go to empty backs. And then right there, Stanley Jean-Baptiste reading the eyes of Sumner, and Sumner really not doing a great job of
They are in field goal range. A blitz picked up. Hundley incomplete. Intended for Jordan Payton. And batted down by Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Part a good evening throwing the football. He does have the 2 interceptions, though, that both went for touchdowns. Stanley Jean-Baptiste and Deontay Evans both with pick 6s. Bridgeford to the end zone, throwing into coverage. Pass falls incomplete, a late penalty marker. And there's Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Pass interference. Offense, number 81. 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
Eagles.
Stanley Jean-Baptiste just getting inside of him, knowing that he's trying to run that corner route.
Sorry, but they only have 3 points to show for it. Again, they have those 2 interceptions. Bridgeford under heavy pressure. Stanley Jean-Baptiste almost had.
It's like he went up and jumped for that ball and just came down and caught his ankle right there at the very end. As Stanley Jean-Baptiste came down, you'll see it right here at the end. His back just grabs his foot and twists his ankle.
2 touchdowns on the board. That's what matters most. 2nd down, 13. Here comes the blitz, Deontay Evans. And that's a well-thrown ball by Bridgeford.
I tell you what, as a quarterback that's taken this many shots this early in the game.
Holmes, the freshman wide receiver. Play action, look at that pocket for Bridgeford. Nice.
Go up and make a play for you on the football.
Looks at him this time. Long ball. Almost pulled it in one-handed. And we have seen him pull in a pass one-handed this year for sure.
He's been the downfield threat, and you know you're going to get a lot of bump and run and one-on-one shots, and it's a good decision to take a shot at him. The defender didn't see the football. Not able to
season is 45. It would be about a 45-yard field goal from here. And Nelson throwing, and it may have gotten tipped at the line. It was short of the intended receiver, Jones, and incomplete, so it's 4th down.
With their 4-man rush. Play clock down to 1. They get it off.
almost picked and gone the other way. Stanley Jean-Baptiste almost had an interception.
Never throw the flat pass behind a wide receiver. One of the first things I learned as a quarterback. Don't throw it behind, which he did, because those are dangerous. Interesting call here, Eric, on third. And watch for those screens at the same time.
Blitz coming. Etling in trouble. And Etling is sacked. Well, that pocket collapsing quickly, and it was Stanley Jean-Baptiste, who's been an interception machine this year, gets in there to get the sack of Danny Etling.
The blitzes have been well-timed for Nebraska and very effective. One of the things that Bo Pelini wanted to improve on was his blitz package, and he's doing it. They're doing it very well today. And you're going to see a lot more of it, especially with young Danny Etling, young quarterback. Usually teams will bring blitz on you. There's no one to block. They didn't have a hat for him.
Zenner takes a blow. Reggie Gandy in a tailback. He's met in the backfield. And Jean-Baptiste is there. That's a gain of 1.
That's really the answer right there if you're Nebraska.
Quarterback Alan Bridgeford needs to get something going here now, trailing 28-3. Nebraska defense is
higher by Urban.
Iowa State beat TCU today, didn't they? Braxton Miller scrambling. Heads for the far side. He's got some room.
Just to give him a breather.
Green tackled by the corner. Jean-Baptiste.
Etling. Swing pass. Ran beautifully and a huge hit.
Plenty of time. Shieldhouse over the middle. And a big hit jars the ball loose. It is ruled incomplete. Steve Hall was the intended receiver. He got it on his hands, and then it popped right out on a big hit from the Nebraska secondary. Andrew Green was the man in coverage.
And that's a guy that has switched from cornerback to one of the safeties. Just a crossing route. You're going to get an under and then an over. The over's there, but the ball just a touch behind, and that's nice timing and recognition. Good pop on the play. That's just a good timing on the play. That was Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
For targeting this year, not the rule, but the penalty has changed.
Personal foul. Targeting. Defense number 6. 15-yard penalty. By rule, number 6 is disqualified from the game. The previous play is under further review.
Now, he misspoke. He said number 6. It was 16 that brought the hit, and the game will stop now for the automatic review. Well, if that's targeting.
They're just hard calls to make so fast. But yeah, he had helmet on helmet. Had helmet on helmet. He's leading with the head.
Obviously, it'd be a huge loss for Nebraska. Stanley Jean-Baptiste, 4 interceptions this year.
Dynamic player for him this year.
As of now, he is ejected. Now, what will happen? They will go to the replay booth. These are the targeting rules. You've seen and heard a lot about them this year. The rules have not changed, but the penalty has changed. But every disqualification is subject to review by instant replay. Now, the replay officials will look at this. They can reverse the ejection. However, Chuck, they cannot reverse the penalty. It'll still be 15 yards against Nebraska regardless.
We're going to look at if it's an ejection or not.
We've expanded your view a little bit and taken a look at it.
Yeah, that's a lead. It's a lead with the helmet, on helmet. And there hasn't been, I think the Big Ten's been very clean with that this year. And I know head coach Bo Pelini talks to his players all the time about it.
Now, every coach has worked on this.
Him up, man on man.
Huskers bring 4 again. They don't get to him. Nice hits on the defense there. Stanley Jean-Baptiste. A possession after he had an interception. A big hit to knock the ball loose. Graduated, transferred here to Southern Miss, showed up a week before camp started, and eventually won the starting job. Nebraska defense. Stanley Jean-Baptiste has a touchdown tonight. Big tackle there for a loss of 4.
Stanley Jean-Baptiste is one of Nebraska's better secondaries, if not their best secondary player. And I'll tell you what, they're really trying to attack him, but he must.
Blitz is on. Pass is caught, but it was bobbled. I don't think this is going to be enough for a first down. Cameron Dickerson looked like he had enough ground for the first down, but when he bobbled it, by the time he corralled the football, he was behind the sticks. So it's going to be short.
I think the route did not get past the sticks well enough. You have to get 2 yards past the sticks, Eric, to be sure.
Shieldhouse dumps it out of the backfield, and that will be a first down and more coming for Ferguson, who works way down the side. Play clock at 3. This is Donovan Young, and he has a first down, and a spin move will net him a few more. Shieldhouse lets it go over the middle, complete. Matt Lacoste with his first. Again, Young. May have been a hold, no flag, and a good tackle.
Throw the football into some holes.
And Tom, we just saw it there. Nebraska able to lock up those receivers off play action. Leidner had nowhere to go. Same situation here, and Leidner gets to the 29 before he's wrapped up by Jean-Baptiste and Avery Moss. Jean-Baptiste is back in the lineup after being ejected last week because of a targeting foul in the first half. He is an important player on that defense. Has 4 interceptions on the year. 4th down, Minnesota will punt. Got a penalty marker down as Jones is loose inside the 40. And Donovan Jones to the 33. Again, a penalty flag is down. That's the 3rd time on that.
If formation is legal here, you got to be off the ball to come in motion, and they've got enough guys on the line of scrimmage. It's well done by Minnesota, and again, validating that speed mode.
And Coulter keeps it. If you're Nebraska defensively and you look at that depth chart for Northwestern, you just got to assume that Coulter's going to be the only person running this football. Shieldhouse under pressure, and he's.
They got 2nd and 10. Nelson rolling. And another drop, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. Derek Engel, the intended receiver, and.
Hold up! Fun for you, Coach Gamble.
Hey, Terry, how about Stanley?
Fast as this all happened for you here? A couple weeks ago, you're a receiver, and here you are up front talking about playing corner here at the press conference.
It happened real fast. It happened about 3 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago at the Washington game. Coach Bo came and talked to me, told me he wanted me to play DB for him. Have I played DB before, and is I'm comfortable covering a wide receiver.
Did you spend any time there at all in your life?
At corner?
Yeah.
Nah, not at corner. I played safety before, but not at corner.
Was it a hard decision for you to make, considering you're at wide receiver and that's kind of your set position, and then to make that transition? Was that a hard decision for you to say okay to?
Yeah, it was kind of hard because playing wide receiver, I've been learning how to play wide receiver since I've been in JUCO, since prep school really, and him telling me to come play corner in such a short time, it was kind of difficult.
What was Saturday like for you, getting thrown into or last Saturday against Ohio State, getting thrown into a pretty big game like that?
It was nervous a little bit, but everybody kept telling me to relax and just, Fonzo kept telling me to compete, so I just went out there and played hard.
It's pretty natural catching the football. Interception.
Yeah, it was natural. I just seen it. When he threw up his hand, and I looked back and I seen it, so I just high pointed the ball like Coach Fitz taught me.